Hey guys, welcome back to Paranormal Talk. If you've ever watched any of my videos before, you should be well aware that not all of my content is suitable for all ages. This is your parental advisory, explicit content warning. Enjoy the video. So we're at the overflow building here, and I actually think I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the necrophonic test. We seem to be getting good responses at the last portion I just did, and we got the name Seth, which we've already had appear on the other app.
Yeah, so, if you watched the video, you know that.
So we're gonna go on and test the necrophonic a little bit more. Most of it we can't hear, so we might have to just go back and have a listen, but we definitely are getting responses coming through.
Like we got warden.
My name is Nathan. If there's anyone here with me, could you come forward please and tell us what your name is?
Windows sound like Russian.
I'm gonna sit this down right here and ask some questions. We're probably not gonna be able to hear it, so we're gonna kind of have to...
Where's the speaker?
Top. Could you tell us, were you a patient, a doctor, or a nurse?
Were you guys ever submitted to electroshock therapy? I heard chorus. I heard die.
Did you die here?
Did you ever have the hydraulic therapy used on you?
Not hydraulic, it's hydrotherapy.
The hydrotherapy. Sound like someone coughed? It's a lot of voices.
That's the way this app works, so it sends through phonetics. It sends through like the basic phonetic sounds, and spirits can formulate it into words.
I heard that somebody was boiled alive using hydrotherapy. Are any of you guys the one who was?
Sound like a yes to me.
I heard is me.
Can you tell us your name?
What are your names? I heard a lot of whats. If you didn't hear me the first time, what is your name? Bridget.
Right down, Bridget. Could you tell me, do you mean us harm? No, sir. Could you tell me, were you put here for legitimate reasons? Were you actually insane? Or were you put here just because?
Sounds like someone speaking in a foreign language.
Could you please come forward and tell me, once again, I'm going to try and correlate this. Can you tell me what your name is? Is there a Seth here? Could you come forward, please, and tell me your name?
Is there a Brady here?
Just say Brady.
Is there an Ashton? Or do any of you know an Ashton?
Steve.
Steve? Okay. Are any of you an Adam?
Help. Adam.
Are any of you a Alice? Or do you know an Alice?
Doc.
Do any of you know a Jasmine? Or are you Jasmine? Jasmine.
I'm not sure if it's a Jasmine or not.
Do any of you know a Jordan? She may be in the epileptic ward. Now, Seth, we definitely know you're here. Julian. Elijah? Is there an Elijah here? LaWanda.
Ian.
Ian. Okay. Samuel Winter.
Chris Ward said he's dead.
Bridget.
Stop.
Steve. What did you say?
It sounded like a woman in pain. Alright, so that was interesting. The Necrophonic gave us some interesting results. This is one app that I'd like to test later on.
It gave us at least 3 names.
I'm not going to test it here again, but I think next time I test the Necrophonic, I need to bring a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, that seems like the best choice.
Because that's really difficult to hear. So, we're going to push...
And we're going to review it whenever we get home, considering that it probably might be better to hear it whenever we're not screen recording.
Yeah, so we're going to push forward and we're going to go over to the cafeteria now.
Thank you for your...
We appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you for your
Rest
time.
in peace. You're not allowed to follow us anywhere, as friendly as you seem to be.
And have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And so we're going to head over to the cafeteria where, people probably shared some of their more happier moments here because they were getting fed and were able to actually speak to other patients and formulate friendships.
Which is how we probably got someone say that they knew Seth was.
Yeah, so we're going to head over that way. And then the last spot we're going to run a test at will be the church. And for these last 2 tests, we're going to go ahead with the Ghost Hunting Tools app because that's what we've been getting really good responses with. All right, so we're currently walking over to the cafeteria and one of the bigger buildings in the facility. If you can go online and look up pictures of the inside of this cafeteria, and it's actually pretty amazing. It was state-of-the-art for its time. So we're going to head over here and... What are you sniffing me for?
It's not like a dead Sasquatch.
Legit. I haven't put deodorant on yet today. So we're heading over here and we're going to go ahead and run the Ghost Hunting Tools app. I figure this might be a good spot because, this is where patients got together and they talked to each other.
They conversated, formed friendship.
We're just going to have to see what we get. All right, so we're going to fire up the Ghost Hunting Tools app. We're over here at the cafeteria and Danny says she didn't like this little inset area here. So we're going to walk over here. She said it was kind of difficult to breathe. But we're gonna see what we got. I'll tell you what we do have. We have a twisted tea can over here. And I see what looks like a Coors Light can. Oh, it's Miller Lite. So Miller Lite, they definitely have horrible taste.
But doesn't it feel a bit more difficult to breathe over here?
It does, but you also have to remember, and I want to show you guys where we're at so you can kind of get the feel for this.
It's a bit claustrophobic.
Yeah, you have to kind of remember, we're in like an area that's enclosed here, so it might be a little bit harder to breathe and it might feel slightly claustrophobic just because of the setting, not necessarily because there's something over here with us.
Yeah, that's probably it.
So I would say it's more along the lines of just being in this kind of enclosure here. That was Danny kicking the can. So we're gonna get out of this spot over here and, oh, it's nice. That moss is nice and wet.
Yeah, it's just nice and warm moss.
Yeah.
I hate that word.
Oh, so do I. Oh, we got a spike.
Spike?
I haven't even began the session yet. Going away. And it's coming back. It's trying to come through.
What was that noise?
A breath that sounded like iron.
Iron.
So, not sure
Exactly.
what iron could mean other than there are the windows around here that have iron bars on them.
And a lot of the things here is in the cafeteria are made of iron.
Let's actually walk up into the walkway here.
This is the cafeteria we go.
So, I'm going to try and find a spot where I can sit this down. Probably right by one of the doors here. Watch out for that.
What is that?
I'm not positive.
Probably goes from it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a door we can sit this down on, guys. This building is a lot bigger than it looks on video.
Way bigger than it looks on video or even camera.
Yeah, because I know I've sent you photos of it before, and you probably didn't think it was this big.
No, I didn't.
That might work.
Oh, that would definitely work.
That might work. No, that's gonna fall. Okay. You know what? This is a big building with a lot of doors. So
I'll just hold up against the door.
oh, it's frosted glass. Yeah, it's frosted glass. You can't see through it. Waters. Well, yeah. I would assume you would get water to drink. Are you telling us you want water?
Watercolor.
My name is Nathan. This is Danny. We're here to communicate. We don't mean any harm. We expect the same respect in return.
Who knows? Maybe we might come here to eat some lunch.
Maybe. Are you telling us that you want water?
You know, if you're a working patient, you must get thirsty pretty often. You know, working hard.
Well, it's always possible that Waters is the last name.
It could be.
Same.
Well, I guess it can mean that it's both his last name and
I wouldn't think that. Bones.
Bones. Well, the house has bones.
Well, there is a cemetery built onto the property. So, could be referring to that maybe?
Could be.
Not positive, or maybe sometimes, I don't know, they were just given bones with small amounts of meat that they had to chew off, perhaps? I don't know what that could have meant. I know near the end of the building's history, the patients were treated extremely poorly. Tragic. Yes, it's extremely tragic what happened here and what happened to most of the people here.
And what probably happened to you.
Is what happened to you tragic? Is that what you're telling us? water, bones, tragic. What if they're speaking of the patient that got boiled in the hydrotherapy?
You're right. Let me write that down.
Kind of be an interesting correlation. It's the only way I could correlate that together.
And inmates were talking about it.
Which I'm sure they were. You would think that they would. An event like that.
It would be considered a tragedy, especially if the man was well known and well liked around the facility.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten pretty constant, decent spikes over here. They're not, like, horribly high, but they're not extremely low.
Maybe it's because there's a lot of people here. I mean, they must have the most pleasant memories.
Yeah, and that's why my thought was to come here, because, you know, they congregated here. They were able to talk to one another.
Hey, look. Look. I probably could do that.
No, I thought the picture through there. We could put it right up against that door.
Oh. Let's go in.
I don't want us to get in trouble for you going in there.
No, you're right. Oh, look. There's spikes. Are you guys talking about the man who was boiled alive in the hydrotherapy chambers? Because if so, that was a very tragic event.
I've set a device near this doorway. You can come and speak to us through this device. All it takes is a little bit of energy. Just walk over to the doorway and try and communicate with us. We would love to talk to you. Is this where you came to eat?
Well, I hope so. It's comfortable.
Yeah, but you have to assume the patients who were strapped down, they would probably brought their food to their rooms.
Yeah.
If they were fed at all. I don't feel like that would have any correlation.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, it could. And that's... Yeah, don't cut yourself on that. I don't know if you had a tetanus shot lately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can see me walking by. Oh, it's pretty bad. There you go.
Electroshock. Was there a patient that was electroshocked? Or maybe you guys are shocked by the death of your fellow inmate? Or patient?
Is that really bad?
Was it- Were you guys shocked by the death of your inmate?
So the thing is, if it says shock, you know, and
I would think that it would be talking about the shock that would be going on.
I would think about electroshock therapy, that would be where my mind would go.
But
Because I don't know if in the word database for this device it has the word electroshock.
But at the same time, if it was a tragic death, it would have shocked everyone around.
Yeah, it could have been.
So it could be taken both ways.
I mean, of course, we can just try and piece this together the best we can.
So water, bones, shock. Water, bones, tragic, and shock. Those would all correlate.
Yeah.
I assume you were all shocked whenever, you heard that they were boiled alive. I would assume that really, shocked a lot of you and made a lot of you sad. It really was a tragedy.
Alright, I'm gonna grab it out of there and move to another spot.
I think you're getting bored of this spot.
We got some spikes there, but... Alright, we're gonna move on to another part of the cafeteria. Well, it's a shame that I don't think anyone's ever done a legitimate professional paranormal investigation here. If they have, I'm not aware of it. I mean, it's possible that Ghost Adventures might have been here at one point. Lord knows Ghost Adventures goes everywhere. So
I'm Jack Bacon, and today we're at Medfield State Hospital. Hey, Aaron, how about you go into that crazy electroshock?
that's about what it would be like, too.
How about you go into that hydraulic therapy? How about you go in that hydrotherapy room where someone was boiled alive while I go over here and go check out the infirmary?
No, he would go and check out the cafeteria.
And see if they had any food left.
But it's definitely got some energy over there for sure. Some of the more constant higher spikes that we've gotten.
Yeah, there are probably a lot of spirit there. But we also got some really good ones. And maybe some of these answers are from like passing by conversations.
And that could be, and that's what I'm saying, some of this stuff.
Spirit to spirit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Some of the responses that we're getting might just be random.
Like water, phone, tragic, shock. If someone's talking to someone else, they could be like, oh my god, it was so tragic.
And shocking, yeah, I mean.
That would have correlated with what we got. Oh yeah, I'm Jack Baby. Hey Aaron, why don't you go check out that... Hey Aaron, why don't you go to that women's epileptic seizure place while I go over here to the men's quiet ward?
How you doing?
Oh, you got scared. Thank you. I like your shirt. Thank you.
Alright, so this is still the dining hall.
Let's see if we get any response. We set it down on the door.
That's what I was thinking. Alright, we're gonna set this right on the door. We're still at the dining halls. So this building as a whole was actually separated into two dining halls. There was one for the men, one for the women. If there's anyone here with us, my name is Nathan, this is Danny. We mean you no harm. We would like you to come forward and speak to us, please. We're not here to hurt you, we just want to communicate. You can use this device to speak to us. Just walk over to the door or walk over to this device if you're on the outside of the door. And then focus your energy on it. And you can speak. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Explain.
Well,
I feel like I just did explain. We want to talk to you because we want to understand what life was like here.
and we are guessing that the cafeteria holds a lot of happy memories for all of you.
Oh yeah, it's very possible. I mean, not all spirits recognize the fact that, hey, I'm no longer living.
I don't... Do you enjoy the cafeteria?
I think that's 7453. I should probably find that somewhere else and take a picture of that so I have the number. Okay, so this side of the cafeteria seems to be relatively dead. No pun intended.
Oh, I don't think they like that.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Scratch you.
Okay, let's see it.
A big gaslighter.
Yeah, okay. You know what you should have done, now that I think about it? The donut that you ate earlier, you should have ate it over here.
Oh, I should have, but I was too hungry.
Yeah, it was just a thought popping in my head just now.
I had a donut earlier. I wish I could have shown you all.
I wouldn't have let her share it though.
Oh, that's rude. I would have shared a little bit.
Until what?
It's gonna be passing by conversation.
Yeah.
Are a lot of you conversating amongst yourselves right now?
Did they feed you well? Was the food good?
Well, I hope so. This is grown here.
It still doesn't hurt to check. It doesn't mean just because it was grown here and it was fresh, it doesn't mean it was good.
Yeah, could be crappy. Were you guys fed at least to good standards, what your standards were? Or were you fed to what they thought their standards were?
What do you demand? Do you demand food, or do they not feed you enough?
Are you going hungry? They may not have raised a lot of livestock and cattle.
Very little at all, I would think, maybe.
So food would be in very high demand.
Yeah, but considering it was a self-sustaining place, I had to assume they had some kind of livestock.
Well, of course. Wait a minute.
And we're getting some good solid spikes here, it's just not strong enough to come through and say anything.
Did you guys at least have good water? If you weren't fed well? Did you not, were you not dehydrated? Desert. Of course, anything like their mouths were deserts.
Maybe.
Really dry.
Maybe it was mean to say dessert.
I don't know. Were you? I'm gonna guess it means desert is desert. So you guys weren't getting a lot of water or food?
Alright.
Thank you for your time.
We're going to end this testing here. We're going to go ahead and head on over to the world-famous church that was known for the shooting of the movie Shutter Island. So, we'll be back in a minute. Alright, so after a short walk, we are working up our way to building number 24, which is the infamous church that was used during the movie Shutter Island, which is what it's world famously synonymous for. Also, this facility was used for the filming of the X-Men: The New Mutants, which I don't believe has been released yet. And there was one other movie which I believe was a thriller or a horror movie it was filmed in.
And not only that, but we're also going to be asking about two specific names here, Brady and Ashton. Considering whenever we asked about that at the men's quiet ward, they said father to one of those names.
So
we're going to see which one was a father.
The church is a big facility, one of the biggest buildings on campus.
So that's the cafeteria.
We're going to fire up the Ghost Hunting Tools app and let's run some tests.